Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Um, Hold on a second. Give me a second, give me a second. Come on in, come on in, come on in. This is not going to be long. This is just a quick pop in. Um, Hit that like button as you come in. Subscribe if you have not. And you can hit the cash app as soon as I put it up. But I'm not gonna be long. I just doing a little quick weekend a little quick weekend recap. Because I actually have a show planned for this evening, so I will put up the I'll post a reminder, and yeah, I'm going to post a reminder and let you guys know. So, oh, I gotta get some. I gotta go get some tea. So real quick, let's jump in here. First, I want to say to Cruza, good morning. Great show this morning. I hope I was not being disrespectful. Did not intend to be, did not want to be, and I apologize if I was in any type of way. Um, but I've come to this conclusion. When a person has an opinion on something, you can't change their mind. Just like you can't change mine. So you can never argue with one's opinion because it's theirs. And you do have the right to change your opinion about anything, anybody. I didn't like Brussels sprouts for reasons that I didn't like the way it looked. I didn't like the way it smelled. I didn't like I had never tasted it. But then I was introduced to it, and now my opinion of it has changed. I love Brussels sprouts. So you have the right to your opinion. Hey, Cruiser, I had to drop down because when a person if it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's not a blowfish. And this is what I was going to say. So it went from picture to email to audio. Picture didn't work, email didn't work. So then audio was added to make it a little more juicier. Um Personally, the audio eh, I guess. Um, Again, it's nothing criminal, so it holds no nothing. Now, the point of it being recorded, that's another subject. What's on it, it's made to be sound, it's made to sound like it's something juicy. Eh, depend on what your level of juicy is. Hey Royal, I understood y'all both got out your sides. You stood on yours. I just didn't want to. It's like this. When a person has an opinion about somebody, no matter what is proven, no matter what is said, no matter what is done, that person is always going to be something negative. Um, and I'll tell why I said that I think St. James is due an apology. So we got Conscious come out, and we heard about the email. Then Conscious comes out and he says there's an audio, and then so St. James is doing the show, and then doing this commentary on it, and it. If as a pastor this is something that you were doing, it was snakish. It is sleacious. It is like that lacks a lot of integrity. Like it's not. That's to me. Okay. So when the pastor then comes up, this is what I saw, real thick in the chest. So I'm like, oh, why are we so defensive? Like, what's so, I sat, I listened. I recall hearing being I recall hearing more than 3 times him being asked if there was a recording. Hey brother, hi Darius. I recall this. And so when the question was answered, it was a no, it was a slow, there is no, like, okay, it started off flaky. You went with the, yeah, I got videos of the church conference. No, sir, that's not what we're talking about. Hi, Royal. Hi, Royal. We're talking about personal. Okay, so then he asked that question, and then it was again no. So St. James then comes back and apologizes. Okay. And then he had him on his show again and publicly apologized to him. They had a conversation, and then they came on live. Again, there's no. Then William comes on and proves, whether it's the whole thing, a clip, a snippet. Yes, when you're playing audio from the phone onto the computer, sometimes it can sound absolutely horrible. Um, and then you have to also remember that it is a voice record. This is not a studio audio, so the clarity and things of that nature, you got to think, if it's in a pocket or sitting under something, the clarity is just not going to be what we're looking for, crystal clear and 5K. That's just not going to happen. So William proves that there is, which will therein say that the truth was a little far fetched from Pastor Justin. Okay. So I think to me, it's how is it all St. James for? I don't know. I guess that's the thing. The whole thing started because of the same person. email, audio, pic. So I don't think I don't think that it's fair because you let someone apologize to you when you knew that you were lying. And then the fact that you were really, really quick to get on one platform, but then the platform who had more of a receipt, you didn't want to come up. I don't know if that's maybe it's just me. Smash that like button, smash that like button, smash that like button. I gotta go today. Can I get 10 people to send $10? 10 people to send $10. Good morning, Gloria. I need 10 people to send $10. Hey, Chantel. Or maybe one person can do it all. I don't know. But that's what I'm believing God for this morning. But I'm like, if I'm looking at it not from an angry, because I'm not mad at anybody in this. So I'm not looking at it from a in my feelings point of view. It's not naive. It's not being what I forgot what the other girl said. I'm not being none of that. I'm not invested in it. It's not me personally. And I'm just looking at it from a character point of view. Because if you have one person that has a shaky credibility in their receipt area, and then one doesn't, how am I, how do, where do I believe? Where do I believe? I believed before we left. And then when you have proof from people who was around back then, when I say, well, he tried to do this before and it didn't happen, and then you have people who were in 2018, 19, 20, 21, and knows this, and then somehow you can still turn it around to be something. I don't understand. Why do people want it to be something? There is so much good coming out of this and so many things to be done. You know what? It just dropped in my like Kyrie say, I mean Kwame say, dropped in my shanana. All of this mess keeps being put out by the director because the more stuff that's put out with this craziness, people are going to talk about it, and it's taking focus off of, because I know I got 4 shows sitting right here that I supposed to do. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let people have their opinion. I'm going to have mine because it's always going to be a I'm right, 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 I'm right. And it's not going to go anywhere. Um That's what I'm saying. And sometimes some stuff you should just leave alone. Cause what you have pictured in your head when you messing with God's people, your ending is not going to be good. I believe certain parties involved wanted to come out. It, I don't. I'm gonna say this. I don't think. I don't think people really want it to come out, because if it does, the reaction is gonna be, what? It's not gonna be a, oh my God. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, it's gonna be like more like a, is this what we waited for? This is what y'all was talking about. It ain't a so do they really want it out, or do they want the optics of it being out? That's the thing. Do you really want it to be out, or do you want the optics of it to be out? Because if it was something like that, you would have sent the audio along with the email instead of just making reference to an audio. It's a skit. You're building up, you're building up, you're building up, and this is a horrible production. And people are going to walk out of the theater and say, I want my damn money back. That's my summary of it. That's what it really is. So what y'all are waiting on, it's a build up to be like, oh, what did it say? That's what everybody's saying. Where's the email? Where is it at? Where's the email? Where's the audio? Play the audio. Where's the audio? Play it. And then when it's played, you're gonna be like, it. I really think that's what it is, Royal. There are parties that really want this out. They do, because of the way that it is presented, not because of what is said. That's that it because honestly, if you really had something, one of these people that you sent it to, you would have sent this juicy audio. But if you notice, it's one person that's like, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. So It is it's nothing. Do the right thing. There is no audio. Are you asking or telling? Hit that like button for me, you guys. Hit that like button. Let's get the likes up. Um, and help me reach my goal today. 10 people, $10, 20 people, five. Which which are you asking or you telling? And here's the thing. Mess brings people. I get it. But this is trying to damage. This thing is being done to damage or harm Bishop Jordan and his family. Good morning, Robert. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It honestly is. But how you loving somebody, but you okay. You seen each other at the mall. You apologize. You apologize to First Lady. You hugged her. You said what you shouldn't have did, what you should have did. You apologized. You came back to the audience. You did your video how you should have did, what you should have said, what you should have. All along, this email is floating around in the background. So then that dies down. Then is, oh, I got audio too. And then you go back into dragging and throwing out more allegations and deeper allegations, and I don't see what people aren't seeing. And again, I'm not looking at it from a feeling point of view. I'm looking at what's being presented. If the person who sent it really has audio, he'd either blackmail the bishop or he'd release it for maximum damage. That's all I'm saying. I got audio too. I got audio too. So why you didn't send that like you sent the email? Robert says, I think Larry Reed is an insecure man with mommy issues. Man, I think it's a lot of issues. I don't think it's just that. It's a lot of stuff. If you're a king, you don't compare yourself to a jester. If you're a queen, you don't compare yourself to a peasant. I mean, Robert, I don't think it's a comparison thing. I'm more I I can't really say where the breach was, because it was, no, we not how we used to be, but you talk about him, I hurt you, I love him, we not doing that, we not doing that, and then it just slid down the hill. So I really don't know where the breach came. It was the 49.99 super chat that even brought to the forefront that there was kind of something going on. I mean, we noticed that things weren't being said as much, but not to the point where it was like, but then that came out. And ever since then, when asked why, it's been reason after reason after reason after reason. Nothing direct, nothing straight. And then ever since, it's just been something. And as a human being, I don't care what your position in life is, if someone has defamed you or lied on you, especially when it comes to your family. Now, you may let them talk about you for a very, 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 very long time. But when it comes to your family, that's a no cross zone. So, as a man, as the leader, as the patriarch, as the protector, yes, he had the right to say something. And I'm just looking at it from the chat standpoint. He only responds. He doesn't bring up new stuff. He brings up what was talked about. But if you have a certain opinion about him, then of course it's all going to sound like hosh posh. And then here's something else. I have seen Bishop Jordan on each platform. Sometimes he prophesied, sometimes he didn't. But either way it went, it was a problem. Oh, it's a money grab. You doing prophecies. Oh, he ain't do no prophecies. What's wrong with them? Like, yeah, if it ain't messy, you don't want it. You don't let nobody disrespect your family, period. That's right, Robert. You do not let people disrespect your family. And you apologize for the I'm going to make your wife cry, and then you turn around and just, and then you still say it low key. Where is the integrity in this? Where are the people that you're involving in this? Where when do you start thinking about the people connected to the person that you say you loved? When do you start thinking about the grandkids? When do you start thinking about the grandkids? Because yes, the children are older. Doesn't mean it don't affect them. But when do you think about the grandkids who I've met them and didn't even know that it was them, but they were they're in. I understand why now, but these are young men. They have to hear this too. They have to hear these accusations about their grandparents. So now, not only do I have to sit down and explain this and discuss this and calm my children down, I have to now talk to my grandkids. This is bigger than this YouTube stuff. This is these are the things that I'm looking at. Robert says when you make bad decisions, it just don't affect you. It affect a lot of people. And it does. It affects other people. They go to school. So if somebody's parent watches one of somebody on YouTube, then that they gotta go to school and hear that. Come on, y'all. The person you are trying to hurt is hurting the people connected to them. And all y'all want to talk about is who said it first and who, well, you, yeah. Ugh. Maybe some people don't think about that because they don't have children or they don't have grandchildren. So they don't get the effects of the trickle down. And if you have children and spouses and grandchildren and you're still doing this, then shame on you. I'm not here to talk about the situation because again, I wasn't there. But I'm looking at the outside of it. I saw a conversation brought up that happened and looked into the faces. So if hey Nicole, if Bishop wants to get up and defend his family, hey, I'm gonna take the prophet hat off. And I'm about to deal with this like a father and a grandfather and a husband. But that's just me. I'm not in the healing. I'm not in the space the bishop never in. So I in right now I'm saying that I would react different, but I never know. Sometimes you gotta give toxic, negative people the gift of the goodbye or the gift of deuces. This is true. This is true, Robert. Thank you for joining, Nicole. Thank you for joining, Nicole. Hey, you guys, hit that like button. If you have not, pop that cash app for me. They didn't have me out all day. I got some things, or all weekend has just been, and I got some things to do. And it's going to help the platform. It's going to help the platform. There's things that I want to do to keep up with you. So yeah. But that's just my thing. I'm looking at the longer, bigger picture. I look down the road. I'm not one of them give it to me now. I like man to stretch. That's why I always had. That's why it's never a problem. That's why you always have longevity because you're planted places and you constantly have harvest growing. So, but you have to plant. And I've been planting for a long time. And that's, you know what? I'm not gonna get that no energy. Maybe a little bit. Listen here. Just because you are just finding out about somebody does not mean that that person just got there. I'm, I'm really tired of, and I know people have their opinions, but sometimes they be wrong as hell. And I don't like when you say something because you're just seeing it. That doesn't mean that is right. You've only been around for 4 years, but I've been around for 8. So no, you wouldn't know of anyone before that time. There's channels that's been here for years and years and years, and then you get hold to it and then you say, oh hey, go and follow this channel like it just got there. But it's like, what is what is the security of the YouTubes about? Do you get extra checks for YouTube security? Let me know because I want to get one. But I ain't getting no checks from YouTube, so y'all can hit that Cash App right there. I ain't on nobody's payroll but my own. Been an entrepreneur since 2022. No, 2002. Was it 2021? Yeah. So, yeah, I'm out of here. I will be back later with an actual show. Well, with the subject, a different subject, I'll say that because all content is content, be it a pop in or you didn't study for 3 days. Content is content. Everybody has different content. Barbara Walters wasn't Oprah. The View ain't Oprah. Jennifer ain't Cameron. Like, everybody do different stuff. But we all have the same goal, and that is to bring awareness, um, communicate. That's really what it's all about. So again, no shade to nobody that do it full time or this is your, your main source of income. Hey, everybody got his main source of income. So that ain't no dig to nobody. But because it's your main source of income, don't downplay or down others like they're beneath because they only come on once or twice a week and you come on 3, 4 times a day. It's your job. You're supposed to report that much. Never mind. Y'all have a good day. I'll see y'all later. Hit that like button on your way out. Hit the Cash App on your way out. Be blessed in these streets while you're out.